The rising cost of living, natural disasters and the pandemic have put a lot of pressure on Australians, so everyone is being reminded to look out for a mate on Are You OK? Day. Research shows 40% of people believe an expert should be the person to check in when someone isn't coping with their mental heat. But today, everyone is being urged to touch base with friends, family or colleagues, as sometimes asking the simple question can save a life. Read more. Petrol prices are about to jump up. Here's why. There are a range of mental health support resources below. Are You OK? CEO Catherine Newton said everyone already has the skills to offer support to those in need. Everyone experiences life's ups and downs, and in recent times there has been a lot to cope with, Newton said. We want to reassure Australians that you don't need to be an expert to have an Are You OK? conversation. Listening and giving someone your time might be just what they need to help them through a difficult period. Read more. Suicide survivor shares her story to help others how to ask Are you OK? There are 4 simple steps in asking Are you OK? The first is simply going into the conversation relaxed, friendly and concerned. Help the person open up by asking questions like, how are you going? What's been happening? You can also mention specific concerns like, you seem less chatty than usual. What's been going on? Remember, if they don't want to talk, don't criticize or push them. A good response would be, please call me if you ever want to chat, or is there someone else you'd rather talk to? What to do if someone says they're not okay? Once you've asked the question and if the response is if they're not okay, are you okay? Recommends listening with an open mind. The top tips are, take what they say seriously and don't interrupt or rush the conversation. Don't judge their experiences or reactions, but acknowledge that things seem tough for them. If they need time to think, sit patiently with the silence. Encourage them to explain, how are you feeling about that? Or how long have you felt that way? Show that you've listened by repeating back what you've heard, in your own words, and ask if you have understood them properly. It's also recommended to encourage the person to take action. This includes asking questions like, how would you like me to support you? Or what's something you can do for yourself right now? Read more. Interest rates hit 7-year high. If they've been feeling down for more than 2 weeks, it's helpful to recommend they see a health professional. You could say, it might be helpful for you to talk to someone who can support you. I am happy to help find that person. It's also important to check in after the conversation. Are You OK? Has recommended popping a reminder in your diary for a couple of weeks to ask something like, I've been thinking of you and wanted to know how you've been going since we last chatted. Stay in touch and be there for them. Genuine care and concern can make a real difference. Are You OK? Recommends. Where to get help. The Are You OK? Day website has a lot of tips on how to help others if they admit they're struggling, or if you're finding things tough yourself. Other organizations are also offering plenty of help. Beyond Blue has a 24-hour coronavirus mental well-being support service. A call to 1-800-512-348 will help you get tips and strategies for support from counselors, as well as referrals to other services if needed. While Lifeline is also there to give support either online or on 131114. Black Dog Institute also has resources for people as well as employers and medics, while there are dedicated services for younger people. They include Reach Out, which provides tools and support to help young people with everyday issues and tough times, and Kids Helpline on 1-800-55-1800, a 24-hour telephone counseling support line for children and young people from 5 to 25. For immediate assistance you can also contact Domestic Violence Line 1-800-65-64-631-800, Respect 1-800-73-7732, Suicide Callback Service 1-300-65-94-67. If you are in an emergency, or at immediate risk of harm to yourself or others, please contact emergency services on 000-000. NSW Domestic Violence Line 1-800-65-64-63, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 13YARN 139276 24/7 support line for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Open Arms 1-800-011-046 24/7 support for current and ex-serving Defense Force personnel and their families. Gambling Help Online 1-800-858-858 free, confidential 24/7 telephone help for anyone affected by gambling. There is a range of other support services available. The Are You OK? Website lists all of the available services here. What events are on? The official event for Are You OK? Day in 2022 is on Thursday, September 8 from 12 to 12:30 p.m. AEST, online nationally. The virtual event will have a number of special guests to share tips on having the conversation and their personal stories. Schools, universities and workplaces will be offering events splashed in yellow to raise awareness about asking "Are you okay?" Check in with your school, university, workplace or local community groups to see what's on.